Hello, this is Broyer, and welcome back to my Let's Play of EU4 Mandate of Heaven. We are playing as the Qing Dynasty here, and yeah, our name is officially the largest font in the game. Partially because it's only 4 letters, but, you know, we're also fairly large. We're definitely bigger than Russia, we're bigger than the Ming, Persia, all these other guys. And yeah, I think that's how you win the game, I've heard, is by having the biggest font. But we're also going to try and go ahead and get the Mandate of Heaven from China. That's another task that we're going to go after. I think at the end of last episode, I had talked about maxing out our land force limit just so I can have a nice, even, happy 300. Currently, we're over our naval force limit. Why is that? I could have sworn I checked this, and we were even with our force limit, so something has changed. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but oh well, we'll figure it out. As far as the land force limit, let's keep a few buildings just to say that's not what I want. I want buildings. Land force limit. Let's just get a couple of these thrown out. See if we get to a 300, because 300 is even and makes me happy for some strange reason. Got a bunch of troops moving over here to fill out this other 50k stack. It's at 38k right now. Probably stop with 5 50k stacks, and then if we want another one, we can always do like mercs or something like that once we get some money in. Apparently we're on speed 3. Let's go back up to speed 4 for now. Good harvest. Guess we'll take the admin power. I mean, it makes the most sense, but that was a big chunk of money, I'll be honest. Could take an idea with admin, but I think we'll hold off for just a little bit because the next idea is not that great. If we get up to 800, we may go ahead and take the next 2 and finish out that idea group. Conscription centers. Just keep pumping a few of these out. Just to say. How many do we need to get to that happy number? Looks like those 4 right there should do it. And our force limit is back. Something happened while I guess reloaded the game or whatever. It was messing with our force limits and things. Not a big deal. Truce expired. So, get up to 300. Max these guys out. In fact, we go ahead and add in, you know, the cav here momentarily. We're already at the 10 cannons and 20 infantry that we want. So getting maxed out on cav would be a good idea. And we're going to go 20 and 20. I mean, I don't know. Cav is our strength as you know, the country that we are. I mean, we have some pretty heavy duty cavalry now. They're very expensive, but they're also very strong. So I feel like we should just keep sticking with that. And as much of the 50-50 as we can. I know at some point the infantry is probably going to take more losses, and that means the cav will start taking more losses because they'll be imbalanced. But I don't know. I feel like just playing to our strengths is the best way we're going to be able to have a chance of beating the Ming again. So do we fill out another 50k stack? I don't know. Probably just want our manpower to get hopped back all the way back up. We do have the thing to get our manpower up to 90%, which I don't know if we'll wait that long. I would at least like to wait until we get the discipline boost for our military. So we can do that once we get to 800 military. So we'll get the naval attrition, we'll get the artillery combat ability, which is going to be pretty helpful. And then it'll also give us that 5% discipline, which will be pretty significant. As far as technology, we're still ahead of time on everything by quite a bit. About to hit 1800. We are running out of time in this game for sure. Would like to be able to pop in this golden age, but we need another one of these things filled out. Which high discipline? How close are we to high discipline? Does our discipline show up here anywhere? There's discipline. So we're at 107.9. So we're not going to be anywhere close. I mean, even with the +5, that only put us at, what, 114 or something like that? 113? That's quite a bit off of where we need to be. So how else could we get some more discipline? I mean, obviously there's other ideas that we could take, but it's not really going to help us. What about policies? Are there any discipline policies? Not currently. So that's fine. Wow, 2,000 ducats. No, I think we'll take the trade efficiency though. That's going to be nice. Even though we're getting close to the end of the game, where it's probably starting to get better, where I should take the lump sums of money. I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so we can take the ahead of time admin, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's go ahead and finish this thing out. Just need one more. We're almost there anyway. When we get 5% discipline from one of the advisors, still isn't going to get us to that 125 though. So it looks like 125 is not how we're going to get the next tick of that. If we had two institutions, we could get one there, or a 3-star general. Possible? Not very easy, but possible. Where are the institutions spawn points? Let's see. So we do have one, and the other one is way down here. I mean, it's feasible that we could get it, but we'd have to go to war to get it, as opposed to being able to just say, hey, we've got this golden age going into the war with the Ming Dynasty, which would be ideal. Possible that we get a 3-star general? I doubt it. Will the estates get us anything? Okay, we can get a general from the state, so maybe we luck into a 3-star general there. What about our leader? He doesn't have very good military skill, but we could presumably make him a general as well. Yes. So we could try. Might as well. Oh, cheaper advisors. That's pretty cool. All right, we got a big chunk of money. Is there anything else we needed to spend our money on? Well, first off, let's finish this idea. That will get us, the number of states goes up. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we have a lot of states we can make. In fact, we could probably just make just about everything that's left that isn't currently a state into a state. Let's see. Let's just start making things states. I don't even think I care about where they're at, what they're at. So let's make you a state. Let's make you a state. Why not? Although we don't have a lot of admin right now, so maybe we should hold off a little bit. What else are we going to spend our admin on right this second? I don't know if I want to make you a state. You guys are way over here. No, I don't think I want to make you a state. You by yourself? That seems a little odd. Wait, are these all one province states, really? It appears to be. We technically have 2 provinces in this one. So maybe this one's worth it. Any of these other ones? Oh, we have 2 there. How many states can we make now? I think we still make a couple more. Let's check. We're at 43 of 47 states. This one we only have 1, 2 here. I mean, the ones may be worth it, but I'm just not in a huge hurry to just... Yeah, that's going to be fine. And again, we have a lot of things we can core out real quick. Let's just get a bunch of these little single ones. So we probably get almost all of those, and then we'll get the other ones once they pop up. That will not be a problem. Actually, Beijing is now a state, or we can make it a state. Let me rephrase, we just made it a state, and we can core it now. So let's go ahead and get the clergy some more land. Let's just target the clergy out here somewhere. I'm sure some of these are still needed. There we go. 10% there. Nobility. Anything that has good military. Or manpower specifically. Anything stuff over here have decent manpower? Not really. There's a 122. Let's start with that. And actually that's all they need. So that'll work. That's a good start. Okay, this Diplo is just sitting there idle. We'll just bring him back. We'll have him ready to, if we want to declare war or anything else. Agent was discovered. That's fine. Tech. We can't take the next military tech, which gives me some more cavalry, shock, infantry fire, and supply limit. I think we'll rather take the idea first, but I would also like to get that tech. Even if we're ahead of time, I would like to get that tech before we go to war. So let's go ahead and take this just so we know where we're at. So we're pretty close to taking that last one. And then we can tech up. Do we have time? Do we have time to get the tech? I don't know. It's going to be close. Gain some admin power. I'll like it. Which means we can go ahead and core Beijing. As well as Yongping, it looks like. Done. A lot of money. Did we ever get to our 20, or 300, I should say? 322. Apparently I don't know how to do math, though. It's because of all the states and cores and things. That's perfectly fine. We can actually add a couple ships over here. Where are you guys? Let's go ahead and get you a couple more ships. Is that it? Yes, 149. Anything else we want to do? Claims on provinces. It can make states still. It can build improvements. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to just make everything a state that I can. It's technically going to bring us in some more money. Once it gets that's what I'm trying to say, the autonomy down, it'll make us more money. So not right away. All right, well, that's everything I can make a state. Why not? All right, we're going to go ahead and unpause, let things start rolling again. We got a lot of money. How's our manpower looking? We're almost halfway, actually a little more than halfway. Start adding some more of those buildings again that increase our manpower, I suppose. Gain some well, let's just... you know, let's do that. That's fine. I'm not too worried about the money. We'll get the money back pretty quickly. Alright, buildings. Let's go back and do a few more of these local manpower things. Something will come under the control of the merchant guilds, increase their influence by 30... Wow, that's a lot. Gain 2 base tax. That's not too bad. Sure, why not? Alright, there's a couple of these that have 750s. We'll go ahead and knock those out. Any 500s I want to knock out? Don't know if I care about the 500s. It's starting to get a little bit lower. Nah, I think this is fine. Well, let's do this 500 that's still got a second slot. That's fine. We'll do those. It's the 2 slots available. Alright, I think that's good. It's going to get us a little bit more manpower. Not a whole lot, but once those finish out, we'll probably be around 160 or so. Regional nobles challenge the Qing. Local nobles are not satisfied with their granted privileges. They demand more rights and are willing to back this up with a rebellion against the emperor. So they lose some loyalty, and 20 noble regiments rise up in Irene, which is right there. We can give them more local autonomy. I don't really like that, but it's just that one province, right? Oh, no. Local tax modifier, local... What? Am I reading this right? Oh, yeah, Irene. Okay. Irene gets just the local tax modifier and local manpower modifier. Okay, that's fine. Irene by itself is not much of a province. So let's just give them that. That's going to be okay. Not going to hurt much. And makes them a little bit happier, so can't go wrong with that. Alright, looks like we can go ahead and take our final idea over here. Discipline, artillery. Does that open up any more ideas here? Policies, I should say. Recover army morale speed. It's not bad. Manpower recovery speed. Again, not bad. Tempted to take just both of these. Trade efficiency, that is also very nice, obviously. Ah, there's discipline right there. Well, hello. Let's definitely take that. How many of these can we have? Looks like we can't have that many. So, do we get rid of some of these other ones that we don't need that much? I mean, the trade efficiency is amazing, but we're about to go to war, so I'm tempted to just get rid of these. It's going to hurt our trade a bit, but we can then turn that into some more military stuff. Such as manpower recovery speed. I think that's going to help us at this current moment. And then probably more army morale recovery speed. Anything else that jumps out at me? I mean, just the flat 20% efficiency would make up for those other two policies that, I mean, yeah, the production efficiency stuff is amazing, as well as the embargo efficiency, but could just take that to make up for what I just did as far as the other stuff. Let's just do that one. I don't know. I'm not sure how much of a difference it'll make, but I think I'm okay with that. And we'll see. Looks like we are making a little bit more manpower each month, so that'll help that a little bit. I think sometime within the next year or two, we will go to war one more time with the Ming. Here's hoping it's in time. Persia's announced us as their new rival. It's fine. Almost to that 90% mark. And are we going to be able to get the technology before we go to war? We're only a couple years ahead of time, so we actually might be able to take this technology here pretty soon. So any military, how much gold are we making? 82. The queen is beyond reproach. The commoners will get over these rumors in time. So apparently the queen and one of our advisors were not what I'm trying to say, we're not faithful. Commoners will get over these rumors in time. Attempted to divorce the queen. The royal family and Divia will learn of this. A new consort 415 appears. That's not too bad. How's our current consort? 333. So 415 is basically the exact same, you know, spread over. So I lose 15 prestige, and I lose a lot of opinion with Majapahit, whatever. No, I don't think I want to lose them. I don't think they're going to be able to come into the war with me, but I'd rather like at least have it as a possible option. Empire's at 158, so not quite the 160 I thought it was going to be, but pretty close. Any little buttons we want to push with the nobility right now? Or any of these estates? Clergy. Seek support. Make a generous donation. Let's pause for just a second so I can look at this. If we seek support, we lose a little bit of prestige, a little bit of legitimacy, which our prestige is not too great right now, but it's fine. Start with that, I guess. And then we get some admin power from them. We can make a generous donation, increase their loyalty even more. Let's try that. Let's see if that changes this at all. Okay, it does. It is the influence. I thought it was, but I couldn't remember. But at least it's not going to take their loyalty too much. You know, let's just do it. Why not? And then you grant you some monopoly charge. I don't think that's going to be enough to change this number, but we'll see. Nope, not enough. That's all right. We'll go ahead and take the Diplo power. Sure, we'll call Diet. That's fine. We can demand the military support. We could grant generalship, which I think is actually a really good idea. Could raise additional levies. Let's grant generalship. Start with that. And then what else do we do? We do the military support. Oh, we're up to 100 on the military support. That's actually pretty solid. So I think we'll do that. Additional levies will drop them down to... That's 32,000. Wow. Drops them down to 50, 40, 38. So very close to that number we're looking for anyway. It's probably okay. That actually would cap us out though. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get our other 50k stack. Why not? Let's go ahead and go here. Go to military. Let's go ahead and get a new template. I don't know, we'll call it 50k stack. And it will be 20 of those, and 10 of those. 50 provinces, that's fine. So yeah, 50k stack. Where do we want to stick? Yeah. Actually, let's close this out for just a second. Let's find a place that can actually support a 50k stack. Pretty much none of these places can support a 50k stack. Stick them in Beijing, but I don't know if I want to do that. Yep, none of these places are going to be great. Actually, let's right here. So we'll drop them all right there. Yongping, sorry. Thing's covering up the name. It's 50k stack right there. And then we can go ahead and take this decision. Just get some more manpower back up. And then we'll get close to getting that max manpower soon. So the loyalty is a little low, but it's going to bounce back very, very quickly. So I'm okay with that. Push a bunch of buttons. Why not? Alright, on that note, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me next time. Thank you, and goodbye.